Hey, welcome back. So, you want to talk about abortion today? I think I'm sure I've talked about it once or twice before. Whenever something massive culturally happens, I do kind of want to talk about it because this is like my journal, even though I don't have super strong opinions about. Like, if a 9/11 thing happened, I would want to mention it here, even though it doesn't really have anything to do with social anxiety. Like, I talked a little bit about Russia, and I talked a little bit about the elections. And this is like a huge thing. When this draft opinion got leaked, I didn't know what that meant, but it's actually kind of a huge deal because it means that there are 5 justices who, it's going to be overturned. That's what I thought it was just like, oh, it's just like an opinion from the court or something. But no, it's like 5 of the justices signed this opinion, and Samuel Alito wrote it as like a draft for a final opinion on one of the court cases about abortion that would overturn Roe vs. Wade, and they're going to do it. And it's pretty crazy. I don't know if I've ever talked about Roe vs. Wade specifically. I've always felt like it was a good compromise on an issue that's really complicated. And I always get kind of frustrated when both sides make it like a simple issue when it's not. Where do I go though? Do I do something like this? Because, okay, Roe vs. Wade says that it makes it legal to get an abortion up until the fetus can live outside of the mom, which is like 24 weeks or something. And legally, that kind of makes sense to me. And like, okay, you're the judicial system, and you have to decide who is protected by the Constitution. Like, who's... Oh, I forgot to turn my heat off. Hold on 1 second. Okay, maybe I'll cut that out. And maybe I won't. Who knows? You have to... Okay, this guy's tough. I remember this guy. I'm gonna shoot him with a gun. You have to decide who is protected, whose life is protected. When is something alive, and when is something a separate person? So, from what I understand, Roe vs. Wade, they decided that if a fetus can't live without its mother, then technically it's like still part of the mom, and her decision to get an abortion is protected by her right to privacy. And like the 14th Amendment, that was always kind of confusing to me. Like the 14th Amendment, it says privacy. I don't know. Isn't that the slavery one? Yes, it is, but who knows what's going on there. So that kind of makes sense, right? Like, if something is like can't live outside of you, then it's still technically like a part of you, and so it doesn't have its own protection under the Constitution. Like, it's not a separate person yet. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I like Roe vs. Wade. It's fine, whatever. And I've always kind of felt like I kind of wish, because a lot of people are one issue voters, and they're like, my opinion before was stupid, which is like, oh, if they overturn Roe vs. Wade, that would be good, because then all these one issue voters would just vote for Democrats now because they didn't have the one issue anymore. That's stupid. That's not how it works. They would still have to vote for conservative people, because if too many liberal people got in, then they would just reverse the reversal. So that's not how anything works, and I'm a stupid idiot. Ooh, nice shot. I gotta kill these birds real quick. Did I answer anything about Roe vs. Wade, or did I just talk like a politician? I didn't really answer the question. What's the question? Is this bad? Yeah, probably. I think I offer a good, I don't know, that's kind of arrogant to say, but like I offer a good perspective as a Christian who is a liberal like person. Because I do actually kind of think that it's morally wrong to get abortions in most cases. But like, that is, I guess that's a part of like how to make laws and stuff, but it's more important like how does this law affect society? What's best for the country? What's best for society? From what I understand, which is like nothing, having women get access to healthcare is good. I mean, it sounds obvious when you say it like that, but like some people would say, "Oh, it's not healthcare, you're killing people." I don't know. I can't die. I can't die. You can't kill me. Remember this part being really hard, because these guys are good. Yeah, I mean, I don't know anything about this. I just had that realization, like, wait a minute, you know nothing about this. Why are you talking about this? Well, we all gotta have opinions, right? I don't know. It's something that I don't think about a lot, because it's never something that's like, I've said this before, it's, I don't know. I'm never really gonna be in a situation where I have to think about abortions. Which is kind of a dumb thing to say, but I think eventually, well, I don't know, it's an interesting situation. I've heard like the summary of Samuel Alito's opinion, and I understand, like, we're all just making up these stupid rules. There's nothing really in the Constitution that says, like, it's abortion, but, like, obviously there wouldn't be. I don't know what I'm talking about. Where do I go? Ooh, where'd that guy go? There was a guy up there. I know he's gone. Maybe I should stop talking about it. Whoa, what's my opinion? It's, bad, but also, hopefully we'll figure it out soon about, like, how to live with this thing that's gonna happen. Yeah, by this time next year, abortion will be banned in like 20 states probably, which is pretty crazy. Like a total ban, like you can't get an abortion unless you're about to die. And that's pretty crazy. And probably bad for society. So there's that. Oh, I see where to go. So yeah, I'm sorry if you have to deal with that. Dalton, you're the only person watching. Do you have to deal with abortion stuff? How do you feel about it? Um, yeah, that's never been an issue that I really cared about, which is bad to say, I think. But, like, it's never been like, oh, I'm voting for a Democrat because of abortion, or I'm voting for a conservative because of abortion. Well, do I think that the life at conception? That's a good question. I guess I do think that there is a difference between a human life and, like, human potential. I guess I think that there are, like, 3 tiers. There's, like, okay, there's a rock, which is not alive. And then there's the potential for life, which is a fetus at 1 day. And then above that is, like, a baby that's born. I think the potential for life is important, but maybe it's not as important as actual life. But, like, it's still important. Like, if you end the potential for life, you're ending... If my parents aborted me, I would not be here. So, like, is that their right to say that I shouldn't be here once I'm, like, once I have that potential? Oops, what's happening? Oh, this is fun. This is like a little boss rush. This was the point where I started using the infinite health in my original run because what's that noise? My air conditioning. Oh, it's getting warm out because I turned the heat off. Okay, whatever. I'll end. Well, yeah, this was the point where I did that because, like, this is really hard. And the thing about the dark world is your health is, it's, like, lower than... It's, like, low. And it's hard. This is hard. And I couldn't beat it. I'm sure there's probably, like, a... like, a trick to it that I didn't know. Like, with the stupid mask thing. But I still haven't figured out what the trick is, so... Okay, see you tomorrow. I gotta turn the air off. Bye.